So you want to be successful, right? I'm going to be giving some tips on how to be successful in this video. So definitely stick around, stay tuned and watch. And if you like videos like this, definitely make sure to thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit your notification bell so that you're notified every time I release a new video. And I hope you enjoy. Let's get into my commentary and the tips on this.
I already know it's your girl, Brittany Chanel.
Hey honeys, this video is powered by KingBritneyChanel Couture. So if you're interested in getting some of my merch, check my merch shelf and it will be in the description box below. I hope you all enjoyed this topic. Definitely go out and get you some merch and like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it. Hey honeys, I hope everybody is doing well. It's a beautiful, beautiful day outside where I am. I love the rain. Does anybody else love the rain? Because it just puts me like in a real relaxed mood. And sometimes you just need that getaway time to reflect, to relax, to not just really think about too much. Just to look at, if you ever look at the rain coming down, it's a very relaxing thing. So definitely, check that out. For those of you that maybe want to get some relaxation time, that is just awesome to relax. But this video, we ain't talking about relaxing right now. I just wanted to talk about, what was going on with that. But we're talking about how to be successful. Okay, I love this topic because I love talking about things like positive things and things of growth. And speaking of growth, growth is the #1 way to be successful, okay? If you want to be successful, you have to know when it's time to let things go and it's time to grow. You got to put away those old things and know that Yah the Most High is doing a new thing, and you have to be able at the drop of a hat to let those old things go. An example of this is sometimes like you may be friends with people and their mindset is just so, not boss mindset, but it's very low level, and you are trying to set goals for yourself. You're trying to build, you're trying to be a better person, whatever your goals are. You know what your goals are. But let's say you wanted to be an entrepreneur. You're probably not going to grow around people that are comfortable, with the 9 to 5. They're comfortable living the way that they're living. You have to put yourself, or even if you're like a college student, right? And you want to, let's say you want to be a lawyer, right? You want to surround yourself with people that are of the same mindset, that's going in the same direction, because iron sharpens iron, okay? You're not going to grow around people that they're good with their everyday, okay? They don't want to be a business owner. They're good with whatever it is that they do, okay? Maybe they go to the club every Friday, Saturday. They, enjoy their, idle talk. They enjoy the gossip talk. They enjoy whatever it is that they do that's not being productive, right? So if you're a person, a lot of people deal with this in their families. If you're a person where, you're going to seek knowledge on how to do things, how to build things, or you go into seminars and conferences, or you're just trying to edify yourself with information so that you could grow. When you go to talk to those people about ideas on how to get out the situation that you may be in, or how to start a business, or whatever it is that you want to do, they're going to look at you like you think you're better than, you think you're better than us. And, oh, here come old bougie Sarah coming through, all she want to talk about is this. Because their mindset is not boss mindset. So in order to grow, you kind of got to let go of people who do not cut the mustard, people that are not, building themselves, because you're going to be irritated with them and they're definitely going to be irritated with you. And a lot of times you get the old people, you think you better than, they start that rhetoric, is because they no longer are able to communicate with you, because you are building and you are advancing, okay? And so they feel like they're being left behind because maybe they're not doing those things. Like, you got to put away those old things. Like, If you a person where you used to do, the turn up every Tuesday and you doing all of that stuff or whatever, and then you decide in your mind, wait a second, I feel like I'm not accomplishing nothing. What am I doing all this partying for? Like, I'm not, every day by day is passing and I'm looking, and Brett over there just bought a new Camaro and he's living the life that I want to live. And so you looking at Brett like, yo, how can I do this? Get with Brett so that you could build and figure out how to advance. You feel me? Because a lot of times people, they don't get that. Like, you have to surround yourself with people that are on the road that you are going on. Like, if you a person that you an innovative person, you're a creative person. Like, for example, I'm a very creative and innovative person. Like, when change come, I adapt like that. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be a person that when it's time to grow, you got to go. You have to, when the Lord say, okay, it's time for a shift, you got to shift. You can't expect to keep doing the same repetitive things and expecting different results. And that's why a lot of people do not grow in life, because they, something that works today, they try to do it the next day and it doesn't compute to them that it's not working. I have to change the formula of how I was doing things. But it just, this is why I'm saying to change the people, because you also will have those low level thinking people. They'll get mad with the person that's changing and trying to grow and better themselves because they changed, right? And they'll get mad at the person for making life choices to benefit their life, all while they're staying the same and not making choices to advance their life. But they'll be mad at the person for advancing. I know, y'all, I know, but this is a step that you have to take. Even in the word, the Lord, the Most High, He told Abraham, you got to lead those kinfolk, because sometimes even your family, they've been set in their ways so long, they don't want to change. And the world is forever, changing. Everything is always, nothing is staying the same. So when things present itself, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you have to change the business model. You may have to change your business model at the drop of a hat. You feel me? And you just have to be willing to do that. I know sometimes it's scary because of the unknown and the uncertainty, but that's why you have to trust in the Most High God, because He will order your steps. If you just let him sit as the head of your life, right? He will start to order your steps. Okay, he's a Yah of decency and order, and He will order your steps. And I believe firmly that Yeshua HaMashiach is the author and finisher of our faith. So with that being said, if they know everything that's going to happen, wouldn't you rather be on a team where the people already know what's going to happen so that they could lead you? And this is why it's important to have a relationship in order to be successful also with the Most High God. That should have been the number one thing, so that you can hear from Him, and that they can, the Most High, He will order your footsteps, okay? He will lead you. You need to be working with this person over here, or go to this person because they're expecting me, a visit from you because I told them that somebody would come. So you just have to know, and you'll know from having a relationship with the Most High God. I'm telling y'all, like, that's very important, because He'll tell you to change things even before things change. Like, I mean, there's been so many situations, like, I would say in college, for example, He may tell you, don't take that teacher because it's going to be problems with that teacher. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be something, you'll feel something like your intuition, you'll feel something in you, or, pull your money out of that, because that's something that's going to happen with that. And you'll do it before the other people know to do it, because you have that connection. You are, connected to the source that makes everything happen. That's the number one way to be successful. Another way to be successful is sometimes you have to, so you want to make sure you connected to the source, the Most High, You also want to make sure that when it's time to grow, you know when to go and to let things of the past go, shed, evolve, and you know when to just, it's time to get moving. But you also go through stages, I feel, sometimes of isolation to where you shutting the world out, okay? Sometimes you can't, chitter chat and be a chatty patty with your home girl sometimes, because the idle talk, honey, is not productive. Sometimes, you might have to take a chill on relationships and stuff like that, because this outside influence, they could be getting in the way of your progress and you advancing also. Because a lot of times when you're growing and you're trying to be successful and you're implementing things, like I said, people will start trying to buzz in your ear and stuff like that, and the only voice that you need to hear from is, if you ain't talking to Yeshua HaMashiach, or if you ain't talking to the Most High, those are the two teachers that you need. So when you in your period of like isolation, those are the only two teachers that you need is right there. And the Father and the Son, they're one. So that's the only teacher that you need. You feel me? To ask, to give you the wisdom on how to do things. And sometimes, with the daily hustle and bustle of things, you all over the place, and you need that time to shut yourself away from the outside influence. You feel me? Those are the times that you get the best, creativity, ideas, witty inventions. Those are the times that you get all of that, because the Lord will be speaking to you, because it's, you're supposed to seek, the Father first above everything, and then the rest is added. If you seek the kingdom first, the rest will be added unto you. So those are ways to be successful. You just have to know, like I said, connect yourself to the source that make everything happen, so that he can, impart wisdom to you and to tell you and show you the ways that you should go, right? The second way is remove all, if they not on the level that you're trying to go on, the people in your life, remove those people. Remove those things that you're doing. If you doing activity that is not being productive, remove the activity. You have to be willing to just let go of things in order to grow, to be successful. Then, like I said, sometimes you have to go through periods where you might be a little lonely, because people ain't gonna understand what type of time you on. The only person that need to understand the type of time you on is the Most High. Because typically when people look at you like, oh, this is weird, what is this person doing? They looked at Noah like he was weird, and what was he doing when he was given the instructions to build that ark, okay? And the people was doing their chitter chat, idle talk, and the rest of that stuff, and he was working diligently, right? And eventually when the flood came, those people that was not working diligently and focusing on the things of Yah, what ended up happening? You feel what I'm saying? So you can't let people in their foolish talk get you down when you're in those periods where you just listening only to the voice and hearkening only to the voice of the Most High God. You cannot, let those people intercept and have you feeling like, oh, why is these people are saying this and that? Because eventually, if you listen to him, you're going to be successful. No matter what, no matter what. If he told you to do it and you do it, you're going to be rewarded for obedience. Also, speaking of obedience, you have to know how to be disciplined to be successful. Like a lot of people, when it comes to being successful, they lack things like discipline, consistency, where it's like they'll try something and then it doesn't move like as fast as they want it to move, or it doesn't, like, we live in a microwave type of generation where everybody wants instant success and all the rest of this. They don't want to put in hard work. But to be disciplined is a sure way to make sure that you are successful, because discipline will build up endurance. It will build up the things that you need to go the long haul, okay? Like if you just a person to where you try something once, discipline is an area that you probably need to work on, and also consistency is an area that you need to work on, because you have to know, like, even in my office, I have inspirational quotes where it says, keep going like a boss. Because you just have to keep going, keep going, keep going. A lot of people are uncomfortable with that, like I said, because of the uncertainty and the unknown. But you just have to keep going. You have to have faith. And you just have to, keep going. Keep trying things. Keep, pushing forward. Keep, knowledge. None of us have apprehended. So we have to keep trying to, like I said, keep your relationship up with the Most High, and He'll constantly be introducing things to you. He'll be removing stuff and then introducing stuff to you. And a lot of people, like, they get in this like fixed mindset where they be like, okay, the Lord came this way today, He gonna come that same way. No, you have to be open to the change happening. That's where change is the number one way. If you don't get with it, you'll get left. If you don't get right, you'll get left. Okay, so you got to be able to be flexible, and you got to be able to want to seek the Father, and seek His wisdom, and obtain knowledge and research things. You can't be like a lazy person and want to be successful. It just doesn't work like that. Another way to be successful is making sure that you have the look on where you're trying to go. Okay, branding yourself is so key when you're trying to be successful, because you want to make sure that when people are looking at you, they see somebody that's trustworthy, somebody that is like, okay, my values coincide with these values. This is marketable. You just want to make sure that if your look is not looking a certain way, like when it comes to like doing business or something like that, and your business model is not looking a certain way, this is where I say the growth and the change things. You have to be willing to change it. Like, prime example, like I go through phases where it's like, okay, I don't like how this looks anymore. I'm going to just remove everything. I'm going to take this. I'm going to, you have to know when to change, when to shift, how to look, and how to present yourself as well. Because as an entrepreneur, like, your look and how everything is packaged is very important to different people that are trying to shop you or that might want to invest in you. They don't want to invest in something that is not looking appealing. It's not looking like, okay, I could market this and make, my investment, it's going to be a return on my investment. So you have to make sure that you're looking a certain way and that it's looking presentable. Okay, like, would you really go and buy certain foods if it wasn't packaged a certain way and it wasn't looking presentable to you? Would you want to eat or taste, different types of food if it wasn't marketed a certain way? So you have to keep that in mind, like, as far as like business also, like as far as being successful also in life with anything that you do. If you want to be, let's say, valedictorian of your class, okay, you're not going to achieve that by being late, not looking the part, not turning your work in on time. You have to put in the necessary effort, right? Or you're not going to be let's say, as far as like landscaping, right? Let's say if a gardener decided to do lackadaisical work on a yard that he's maintaining, is he going to get recommendations, or are people going to be like, oh, his business strategy and his marketing is looking well? Like, the yard is not looking appealing, so who's going to want to call? Who's going to want to invest? Who's going to want to be like, hey, can you landscape my property? He's not going to be getting contracts because he's not putting in the time or the energy, the look that he needs to get those people to invest into him. Okay, so that's very important. Like, branding is very important, because if you're trying to be an entrepreneur, a lot of people want to be social media influencers. If you don't have the branding look, it's probably a dub. Okay, you have to work on that. Okay, so also negativity, like energy, when it comes to being successful, is another thing also. Because if you're a person that constantly puts out a negative energy, negative imagery, like, and all of that other stuff, that's going to be attracted back to you. Because it's like, I mean, the law of the land is clear. You reap what you sow. So whatever you put out, life, and you know, y'all know what the scripture is in the power of the tongue. So whatever you speak, that's what's going to be your portion. Whatever you put out here, that's what you're going to receive back. So if you want positivity, you want those type of things, you have to put your energy into those type of things. You have to speak those things. You have to immerse yourself with those type of things. If you constantly immerse yourself, that's like eating bad food all the time and expecting to be like a super healthy person, and you've been consuming all of, you know, the negativity. Like, a lot of people, you know, some people watch those what is it, those world star videos all the time, right? And that's all it is that they consume. They don't read, they don't, you know, try to edify themselves. I mean, even if you want to read a daily devotional, or you want to, you know, look over how to do something, you feel me, like, that you're interested in, if you're learning something, that's always a good, you know, a good thing. But if you constantly like downloading just negativity, that's what you're going to receive. You feel me? So you got to, you know, think about that. Like, what are your values? What are you presenting to the world? Are they going to align with what people want to invest in? You have to think about those things. So I hope you all enjoyed, you know, my tips on how to be successful. If you like videos like these, definitely make sure you go ahead and hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Hit your notification bell so that you're also notified every time I release a video. And definitely make sure that you share the videos with your peeps. Now, I will see you all soon on the next video, and I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. Hey honeys, thank you for watching my video. And if you haven't, definitely make sure you check out my Teespring, KingBritneyChanel Couture, where you can find my latest merch. I upload a lot of new designs frequently, so definitely make sure you check it out. We have mugs, we have wall tapestries, canvas art, pillows, fleece blankets, apparel, and so much more. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all on my next video.